You know, for an engineer, there's always this one last problem that needs to be solved. And you think you're going to solve that last problem, that's it, but there's always one more. In 1989, my father was diagnosed with ALS. The decision to go on a ventilator for an ALS patient is very difficult. Those patients would need a ventilator, may or may not need oxygen, a cough assist device, a suction machine. They would need a nebulizer. The whole point of going on a ventilator to stay alive is to have some quality of life. But once you end up with that much equipment, it makes it very difficult to be mobile, and it makes it even more difficult to take care of that patient. My father elected not to go on a ventilator. That's what really brought it to home and got me to thinking about, wow, there's a whole patient population out here that needs portability. We had to figure out how to bring these 5 therapies into a box that was portable. That's the challenge.
VOCSN is a multifunction medical device. It consists of 5 main systems. Ventilator, of course, the oxygen concentrator, cough assist, suction, nebulization. The engineering that's gone into the device is just absolutely incredible.
Because we're coming with such a new approach to this, there weren't a lot of off-the-shelf components. We had to design a lot of these components from scratch up, and we had very talented engineers that did this. But in doing so, we pushed a lot of the technologies.
The mechanical design drove the internal design of the ventilator. So we had an envelope that we wanted to achieve. The electronics had to fit into the space available.
VOCSN is simple, mobile, and care-changing. It's easy to use. It takes all the different operating systems that was 5 different devices and puts it into one easy-to-use operating system. It's 75% lighter. You don't have as many power cords and cables. It's a lot easier to transport. And it's care-changing. It's peace of mind. We literally went through and said, how are people interfacing with technology today? How do you bring what makes our cell phones so easy to use to a ventilator?
With VOCSN, we really spent the time to look at all those little details about, icons, about colors, about the way people interact with them.
We went through hundreds and hundreds of different design scenarios, spent hundreds of hours redesigning the oxygen screen and redesigning the ventilation screen. And it's a totally different way of interacting with a ventilator.
I think VOCSN's more than just the product or more than just the device. This is something that they require in order to continue carrying on the life that they have.
There is nothing more fundamentally necessary as a human being than being able to breathe. But when you're reliant on a machine to do that for you, and there haven't been innovations in years. I've seen pictures of people in their homes with all these tubes and all these machines, and they look so tethered.
What makes VOCSN great is because it not only performs the therapies, but it streamlines their use, and so it really makes it be something that patients will really attach to and develop a relationship with.
The vision is that these patients can go out with their wheelchair and they'll have a single device. And if they need cough assist, if they need oxygen, if they need to be suctioned, it's all right there. And they can go about their life and do it less encumbered.
VOCSN allows them to have that freedom, to have their own adventures.
Our hope for VOCSN is that for individuals who've been recently diagnosed with a disease that requires them to be on ventilation, that makes an easier decision for them. They can go on it and still live a life.